Oh my god. Hi everyone. I'm sorry. I had issues. And not like normal tech issues that you can have when you're having issues when you're streaming. No. I have cat issues. Anyway, hi everyone. Hope you're doing well. I speak weird because I'm sick and I don't have my full voice back, so I can't go, whoa. That's kind of like how my voice is right now. I have to like whisper, and I have a very deep, sexy voice right now. that's about how it is right now. Yeah, no, but like I said, I have cat issues. I promised you a cat cam. But as soon as I told my cat that I wanted a cat cam, he said hell no, and suddenly he did not want to be on the camera anymore, and he's fussing and he wants to be in another room now. We have never ever slept in another room before, and I've tried to take him to the living room, but he just doesn't want to. So here we are, having issues with a fucking cat. But it is fine. It is fine. It is all well and good in the world, I guess. But yay! Oh my god. How is everyone doing? I am so sick, I feel. Maybe it's a really bad idea that I'm streaming. I don't know. I'd be pretty good about it though. Do I not? Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I'm pretty bad. What can I say? What can I say? I guess then I don't have to have the picture of what I'm actually gonna read, because instead of having a kitty cam right now, I'm guessing we're gonna have. Take that text away and that, I guess. So instead of having a kitty cam, we will have a cam of my hands and what I'm reading. I'm pretty soon done with this book. I don't have many pages left, so I will finish this kinda soon. It's called Bee Book and Me, and it's about a girl called Rang, her best friend Bee, and a guy named Book that they meet. It's a Korean book by Kim Sagwa. It's odd, to say the least. I don't know if I like this book. Everyone talked about how beautiful it is, and it is, in one way. In another way, it feels like a hazy, feverish dream, the way it's written. So I can't be like, oh my god, I understand everything, because I don't. Like, there was like this one chapter here that I read that was just like, they have a fever, both Bee, Rang, and Book, and they sleep in the same bed, and they have like a fever, and Rang have like dreams about everyone, and everyone turns green and stuff. It's all very odd and weird, and I think it's like a culture thing. Maybe I don't understand all the references because I'm not Korean and I don't know the Korean things, so that might be why. Seems interesting. Yeah, it is pretty interesting. Like the first part, because it's about Rang and Bee mostly, but came in the last part. Rang is basically, she's a bit richer, to the richer side, but she's bullied in school and she doesn't have any parents, and because her parents are very well off, the teachers don't like her either because they think she's a snob, so they don't care much for Rang. And then you have Bee, who has a sick sister, who, because of the sick sister, her family is now poor, so they can't do anything, and they are best friends. and Rang, who's being bullied, is saved by B because she's the strong one, so she saves her from her bullies. That's how they become friends. But then one day Rang tells everyone that B is poor and she has a sister who's dying, and then B does not want to be friends with Rang anymore. And then they don't have anyone because they don't have any adults who they can trust, and they don't have like a safe space. And now they also don't have a friend anymore. So in the end, it's like, what do you do when you don't have anyone and everyone is turning like their cheek towards you? And then the bullying just gets progressive and more progressive, like worse. And I think all three of these people are dead because they are talking about the great beyond and the end, because they are now in the world of the end. And that happened when Rang got beat up and kicked to death, I think. And I think B took her life by drowning. It's hard to say because it's all very abstract in the right way of its writing. So it's like, do I understand it correctly or do I not? Maybe it's not the best book to read when I'm sick myself, because I'm like, I don't understand anything. I'm very like, what? But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's kind of interesting. I also have a chai latte and I have a rhubarb tea. I also have a big chug of 2 liters of ice cold water for my throat, so I can do this. And I think we're going to do like intervals of 30 minutes of working. So let's say we will work to let's put the, no, that's not the timer. Let's put the timer to 45. There we go. Oh no, the timer, it's black. I don't want it to be black, I want it white. There we go. So I will put on some soothing music, and for 30 minutes we will work, read, do whatever, and then we will do talking again after the 30 minutes is up. Hopefully Kitty will come back and we will have a kitty cam and I can show him off while we work. But right now he doesn't really want to, so we will do that after. And then we'll pick another book that I will read, because I think I will finish this very soon. Oh, you're back, Kitty. So you think you're gonna go sleep now? No. No. No? Okay. We will see. Well, work hard, everyone, and I will put some good music on, okay? Oh my god, time is up and I actually finished the book. I am so confused about that ending. Like, what? Like I don't understand. Reading this is like having a fever dream. People just jump back and forward and it doesn't make sense. And like the dialogue is so bad. So bad. Hello, Miss Checking. I've been lurking. Oh, hi, Gina. And hi, Essen. Hi, everyone. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. It's so weird. It's like such a weird book, this is. I don't know if I can recommend it or if I like it. And I guess I have to like warn people because it does have gang rape in it. And it has very brutal bullying in it. And it has teachers and adults not caring about students and they looking the other way. They legit have scenes of teachers seeing people getting beaten up and beaten to half death and they just turn the other way. But I legit thought B, Book, and Rang, the three people, I legit thought they died. And half the book was just like them in the end, as they call it. Like, I thought it was like the beyond. But then they, you know, Book, one of the main characters, he was like saying like, when are we going back? When are we going home? So I was like, maybe they are in a coma and they didn't actually die. And then they went to like, in this fever dream, they went to a mental hospital and I was like, oh, maybe they're in a mental institute and they're mentally insane after what happened to them, because one, she found her dead sister and tried to drown herself, and one got like beaten to death by her bullies and stuff. And it's like, I was like, oh, so they're in a mental institute, so that this is like their sanity coming back to them. But no, that wasn't it either. Because when they got there, they found the bully again. And he tried to jump them and kick them again because he'd been bored because they haven't been in school or something. And he tried to like kick them to death again. And one girl stood up to him and she pushed him hard or something. And they all ended up in the hospital. And it was like, and that's the end of it. And I was like, huh? What do you mean? So you're telling me that this fever dream of everyone turning into goblets and green stuff and, you know, all this weird shit that happened wasn't a fever dream? It was just has a resemblance to something? I don't know, like the way it's written like it wants to be very poetic, but when I started reading it, I felt like it was a really bad fan fiction or like a very edgy fan fiction, and I was like, oh, this is pretty bad written. But then I heard that this is how it's supposed to be written because it's supposed to be a little bit like, you know, the kids level, and I was like, I don't know if I like it. And the dialogue is so painful. Like, they're making fun of this book guy because he's apparently in like university or something. Let me see if I can find that. Oh yeah, here. He Book laughed as he was watching us. He was blah blah blah. He said, why do you keep laughing like that? I said. How are you supposed to laugh? Book said. Ha ha ha, B said. Laugh like that. Ha 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 ha. I did laugh like that, Book said, and getting upset. Liar, you laugh like this. He. I did not. Liar, I did not. Then laugh like normal. Ha ha ha, like that. Book cleared his throat. Then he sneaked a glance at us before laughing, very quietly and quickly and softly. Tee hee hee. Oh my gosh, B shook her head. That's tee hee hee, not Ha ha ha. You're still doing the he he he. Book's face turned red. You don't know how to laugh. Ha ha ha. Because you're doing the he he and tee he. Like... I don't know what to say, you know? It's just like the dialogue is just like, okay. But maybe, you know, because a lot of people say it's really, really good. And they say like, you know, this is one of the 18 Korean books you have to read because this is like Korean best of the best. And I was like, how? Where? Maybe it's like cultural. Maybe I just don't understand the metaphors and stuff. Because I bet there's a shit ton of metaphors in this that it's just going above my head. But I just don't see it. But I could appreciate the first half of the book before I think they're dead. You know, the part when you can see like how it is to be so vulnerable and, you know, the juvenile years and you don't have any adults that's caring about you, you know, that part and the bullying part and stuff. I can see that. I can understand that. But the half of when I think they're dead, I don't understand. I really, really don't understand. Huh. That sounds like 13-year-olds making fun of one another. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, they are 13. So, you know, it makes sense in that way. And it's like, you know, I have read a lot of like abuse books, right? I've read a lot of books about abuse, like both domestic abuse and other kind of abuse and rape. A lot of rape books. And the rape scene in this book, like, oh my god, it's written very tasteful. Like, if you don't know this is a rape scene, you don't understand it's a rape scene. You know, it got me until I read like, you know, take off your underwear, then I won't hit you. You know, it took me until there, then I was like, wait a minute. what is this really about? And then, you know, you have like, yeah, I'm not gonna read it because it's going to be very obvious now when I told you about it. But the rape scene, or the gang rape scene rather, is really well made. So like, you know, if I can see that, okay. So maybe I think the metaphors are just going swoosh over my head, you know. So I bet it's probably really good. But other than that, I don't know. Also, for you guys who are new, my voice is like this because I'm really, really sick. And this is why I have my tea. I've been drinking chai latte, so I will replace my chai latte to my rhubarb tea. So good. The question is, what do I read now when I'm done with this? I was thinking to go Harry Potter, but I don't know. And also, I don't have a kitty cam because Kitty does not want to work. I told him we're gonna have a kitty cam and he was like, fuck no. And then he went to hide, and I've been trying to sneak him here with candies and stuff, but he really refuses to be on the sofa. He's everywhere but on the sofa, so I can't display him. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him, to be honest. So how are you guys doing? You know, kitty cam, unacceptable. I know, what the fuck? I can see if I can make him move, but I don't think so. Hi kitty. Move for mother. You cannot sleep here. It's unacceptable. People told me. Yes. Are you mad at me? It's okay. I still love you. He looks really mad at me. Oh my god. I went like I went 3 steps and I'm already out of breath. I'm like it's like I went a marathon. I clearly didn't, but I feels like it. Oh my god. Kitty, if you go back there, I will go get you again and push you down to the sofa. I will duct tape you to the sofa. Yes. Yes. Yes, sleep on sofa. He's looking for candy now because I gave him candy on the sofa before. He's like, this cushion still smells like kitty candy. There's no candy left there, I'm sorry. You ate it all. Oh! Oh my god. I am so tired. Duct taping cat to the sofa, very creative. Approved? Yes, yes. We approve everything here, yes. What do we say? Do we do? Yeah, we do Harry Potter. I'm on Goblet of Fire. Fun fact about Harry Potter, I actually never read Harry Potter when I was a kid. Not many know, but I'm dyslexic, and these books freaked me out as a kid. But everyone read them, so I had to say I did read them as well. But then when people questioned me on stuff, I was like, and then they made me look stupid. So I had to watch the movies. So I watched the movies, but I have never read the books. Oh my god, Kitty looks so mad at me. Oh yeah, movie. Yeah. The Goblet of Fire, it's my favorite movie of the Harry Potter series, yeah. So I'm hoping the book will be as good. You know? But I heard many good things. Just lay down. He's just sitting there staring at me. I can't turn the camera until I know you will stay. You know? Otherwise people will think, you know, I didn't teach you properly. Hello, I've been lurking for a little bit. Just wanted to say hi and hope you feel better soon. Oh, thank you. And welcome. It's all okay to lurk. Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Dumbledore asked calmly. Yeah, of course. Very calmly with the big caps. And I do have I have an idea that I want, because you know the Harry Potter game is coming out in February, right? I have an idea that I want to have read all the Harry Potter books for February, so I can do this is my thoughts on all the books compared to the movies video for February. But yeah, I never read the Harry Potter series, but every time I tried, found it poorly written. I couldn't do it. I find it, I mean, it's a middle grade book, and you can tell it's a middle grade book. It's like, you know, I've been telling everyone, it's like, you know, it's not a masterpiece. You can't really compare it to a masterpiece. It's good to be a middle grade book. It's good to be a child book. And that's kind of what it is. But as someone who reads a lot of middle grade books, I can appreciate it. And it's like, it's comfy and you don't have to use your brain that much, which is kind of why I'm picking it now, because, you know, no brain power. I think that's why this is going over my head as well. Even though a lot of the Goodreads reviews said it was pretty weird, so I mean, maybe it's not me. Oh, I think Kitty might be settling in. Okay, Kitty. We stay like that, right? No. Stop with all the weirdness. Ugh. Don't look at me. Get comfy, Kitty. Yes. Lick those toes. Get in there. Told you, kitty again. mm, mm. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's comfy. Yeah, Gina is like one of the bigger reasons why I am reading them, because Gina has been like pushing me ever since we became friends. I think it was like, even in high school, you were like, because I asked you like, oh, have you read these books? And you were like, no. I was like, oh. And you were like, oh, have you read these? And I think it was like, he left. You piece of shit. I knew he was gonna do this. I knew it. Oh my god. Well, you got a little bit of cat licking, I guess. but then I know Gina, she was all like, oh, have you read Harry Potter? And I was like, no. And she looked at me like I was weird. Get the duct tape? He's eating. Maybe he's coming back after he has eaten. I might struggle with reading the books, but I still love the world. But it's like, like every child on, because I'm a school librarian. Every child on the school that I work at, they're always like, when I tell them I read a lot, they're like, oh, so you read like really thick books? And I'm like, yeah, I read pretty thick books, and then, I'm thinking back to like Les Miserables, 1,600 pages kind of books, and they're like, oh, so you mean you have like read the actual Harry Potter books? And I'm like, oh, that's what we're calling thick books nowadays, eh? And I'm always like, no, I haven't. And they just stare at me like, I offended them. They're like, but that's a classic. And I'm like, oh, I read other classics. And they're like, but Harry Potter is like the thickest book alive. And I'm like, is it really the thickest book though? Is it? But yeah, kids are kind of cute until you realize they're not cute. Oh my god, I can feel my throat is like, nope. Let's say we read to 35. There we go. Ba-da-bum-ba. I like how thick books equal sophisticated. I think it's like more like thick books is good reading and not so much for sophisticated. It's like, if you read a lot, it means you read thick books or complicated books, and you can, only the thick books are complicated apparently, which is not true. I read books that are like 5 pages and they're super fucking complicated and you don't understand what they are about. So it's not always true. I don't think Kitty's coming back. He's okay, you're back. You're gonna go to the sofa and be a good boy. You know, you're just acting like a big monster. Go to sofa. I don't understand. Well, we will see if he will. Oh, he's actually went there. Oh, oh, success. Okay, good. Well, let's read for 30 minutes and then we can talk a bit again. I will start the music. Ah, oh my god. Time is up. Oh, my voice. Yeah, Kitty left. I don't know why. Maybe he will come back. Yay, you made it. Woo. Sorry, my throat is not so good. Yeah. I I did not manage to read that much. I managed to read 28 pages roughly. It's kind of funny. Something that I don't like about the Harry Potter books that I realized is the first chapters are basically summaries of what happened in the book before. I understand that they do it, but I also don't understand. Maybe it's because I read so much, you know? Maybe that's it. You know, I just don't understand why we need a summary. Like, you read the book, you know what happened, right? That's why you liked it so much that you want to continue reading it. So why do we need a summary of what happened in the last book? Because it's not even like a detailed summary, right? It's like a rough summary. And if you don't remember roughly what happened in the last book, like, what are you doing with your life? Why are you reading the next book in the series that you don't remember what you read? You know? And again, like I said before, I know the Harry Potter books are meant for kids, but come on. Do we really need a chapter of a summary where we have to explain everything? Like, we legit had a chapter explaining who Sirius Black was, and I was like, yeah, I know who Sirius Black is. Come on, get over it. Small brain kids, yes. McQueen, I made it. Yes, welcome. Feel better? Oh, thank you. I like the ambient music. Oh, that's good. It's kind of the weird for a serious perspective, but maybe they were they read standalone books and they came out or something. I don't think they were meant as standalones. I think it's like just overly descriptive, you know? I don't know. I think it's a J.K. Rowling thing, you know? I legit think it is. So far, it's been in every book except for the first one, clearly, because, you know, she couldn't summarize anything in the first book because nothing had happened yet, because it's the first book. But yeah, I think the worst one was the second book, because that was like 30 pages or more of just a summary, and I was like, I don't care. Can I just skip this? Because I've read the first book. I know what happened. This one, it wasn't that bad. I think it was like 10 pages or something. It wasn't that bad. I know, Professor Albus Dumbledore, okay? But you don't have to tell me 6 other times. Exactly. Yeah. Another thing that I thought about that was kind of funny, because I'm at that place where they're talking about the Dudley, you know, his cousin is fat, basically. And they're like, oh, Aunt Petunia is talking about like it's being puppy fat, but apparently the nurse at his school basically wrote to the parents and being like, you know, it's not puppy fat, and he can't fit into his uniform anymore. And they said, like, she wrote a letter to them, and she's like, she wrote that Dudley reached a roughly the size of the weight of a young killer whale. Imagine if the school nurse would write to a parent today and be like, hey, your kid is the same size as a young killer whale. That school nurse would get fired so quickly for being fatphobic today, or just being disrespectful at all, you know? You can't word yourself like that. I mean, it's fun to read about, right? But when you think about it, how it would actually work on today, it wouldn't. What an absolute savage, yeah. It's kind of funny. What are you doing here, kitty? You're supposed to be there on the sofa. Go sleep on sofa, okay? Hi, Scotty. Hi. Welcome, welcome. My voice is a little bit up and down. Yeah. Sorry about that. But you know, I have sexy, raspberry morning voice. You know, technically it's a sickness voice, but we can pretend it's a sexy time. Kitty, stop being here. Go to sofa. People want to see you. You're an important star. Yeah. Go kitty. Go kitty. What are you guys reading, by the way? Or are you studying or doing something else? But I mean, what if it actually resembled a killer whale? If the school nurse thought my kid was turning into an okra, I would like to know too. Oh, that's true. You know? Maybe you would look at your child and be like, soon he will start to womp, you know? I've seen what happens to wompers. Go to the sofa, kitty. I don't know why you're sitting here. Yes, that's a good kitty. God damn it. He never listens to me. I think he's being like a teenager. A very grumpy teenager. He don't want to listen to mom. One day your kid's just going to eat a seal if the school nurse doesn't warn you first. Oh no. Not the clubbing of the seals. I legit thought that was only stuff that Norwegian people did. I do enjoy reading Harry Potter right now with my having like, you know, a slight headache and a small fever. I feel like it was a good idea to pick a middle grade book right now. It makes the jokes a little bit funnier. It's like, you know, it's always funnier to watch like a Disney movie if you're a little bit drunk or when you're sick, you know, when you have a fever or something, you know, you start watching it because all your brain cells are gone and you just laugh at everything. Kind of how I'm feeling about this Harry Potter right now, you know. Like that killer whale joke legit made me laugh. Another thing that made me laugh is that Molly Weasley, she wrote a letter to his uncle and aunt to ask him to come to the World Cup of the thing. You see, no brain cells right now. And she was like, P.S. I hope I put enough stamps on. And she put like so much stamps on that you can't see the actual envelope. And the postman, he noticed and he thought it was funny. And that's why he rang the doorbell, because he wanted to show off the letter to the Dursley family and laugh at them. And now Mr. Dursley is Superman. Oh, poor Vernon. I'm reading the Eddas. Oh. I've been thinking about reading the Eddas, but I never got around to do it actually. Are they good so far? Or are they pretty dry to read? Like, are they easy to read or are they like a little bit more complicated? Cat, yeah. This is Titus. He's named after the character in Final Fantasy, and I did not name him. It was my boyfriend Val who named him. This is not my cat. That's why he's a bitch to me, you know? You would think he would like me because I'm the one who feeds him, I give him water, I'm the one who plays with him, I'm the one who cuddles him. I'm also the one who gives him candy. Yeah, because your dad doesn't actually care about you. Only mom cares about you, but no, we're a big bitch towards me. Bitch ass cat, exactly. Oh, the goblet of fire? Yeah. Oh, you haven't gotten to the poetic eddas yet. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm terrified of, the poetic ones. But tell me how they are when you get to them, because I'm really intrigued to read them. I'm working on. I want to do a video for New Year's, maybe the 1st of January actually, where I pick 23 books I want to have read in 2023. And then I remembered I did a video like that for 2022, like 22 classics I want to read in 2022. And I looked through that and I read like 4 of those books. I've read a lot of other classics, so I did read 22 classics or more than 22 classics, but I didn't read the ones I wanted to read and that I had on that list. I don't know why. It's like I don't know how to do a reading plan. I never follow my reading plans. I never do what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. I think I'm just such a mood reader that, you know, when I'm done with something, I just have to be like, what do I feel like right now? You know? I just can't plan it out. So I'm a little bit nervous doing this video because I know some people will be like, but you didn't read these books. You said you were going to read them. Oh no. Cats would always be cats. Yeah, they are kind of like that though. But he's kind of cute though, you know? I'll keep you up to date. Yeah, please do. That's me in life general. Yeah. I often buy books online, and when they arrive, I feel like reading something different. So now 2 stacks of books on my knees. Oh my god, that's so me. I also ordered some new. You know that the last stream of this I read a retelling of Sherlock Holmes, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So I decided to, because I got in the mood of reading retells of Sherlock Holmes, because I love Sherlock Holmes. Like, Sherlock Holmes is my bae, right? And so I bought myself 10 more retellings of Sherlock Holmes. Don't judge me. I bought, like, first I bought 3, right? And I was like, oh, this is good. Then I realized that I want these 3 too, and they're not that expensive. It's like, it's on a sale, right? So I got 3 more. And, you know, the sale was still on the next day. So I got 4 more. And it just ended up being 10, you know? But in 3 different purchases. Very dumb. Anyway, 3 of them arrived today. I have not gone to the post office to get them because of my throat and everything. I'm going to go tomorrow, but they were going to arrive the 28th of December. So the fact that they are here today, the 21st, I was like, oh my god, they're super fast. They were like Usain Bolt, like, running to me. And I was like, ooh, I really want them. But then when I looked at them, I was like, I really don't want to read them though. They can stay at the post office for a few days, you know? I'm not in a rush to get them. But when I bought them, I really wanted to read them right now. I even looked up if I could buy them as ebooks, and then I, like, contemplated, is it worth having an ebook? Because I don't really like ebooks. I was like, nah, I will still buy them at, like, you know, a normal book and wait for the normal book. But now when I actually do have them and I have the opportunity to go get them and actually read them, I don't want to read them. Oh, I'm so dumb. So now I have like 10 retellings of Sherlock Holmes that will be coming. And they will probably sit here for an hour, for a year, I mean, or something. Oh my god. Tina, that is a lot. I'm judging you. What do you mean you're judging me? Don't judge me. No judgment on this stream, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what happened. And it's like, you know, I also was like, you know, this biggity of myself, you know, because I was like, you know, speaking on last stream, I was like, you know, oh, I don't read like the retellings that doesn't make sense and go against Sherlock Holmes, you know. You can't like mix sci-fi and horror and stuff that doesn't make sense to Sherlock Holmes, because then you take away the essence of Sherlock Holmes. You know what I got myself? I got myself like, you know, Sherlock versus Dracula, or Sherlock and you know, Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yeah, because that's normal. That doesn't go against Sherlock Holmes. Oh my god. So bad. So bad. I don't know what happened. I'm blaming the fact that I was a little bit sad. Okay? I was sad, my ear was hurting, and you know, I was getting sick. And when I get sick, you know what I do to make myself feel better? I buy shit, okay? And what shit do I buy? I buy books. And it makes me feel okay for a few days. So, you know, I also got myself some Roman literature. I remember Gina and I, we read in high school, we had Latin classes together, Gina and I. And we read about we read a letter written in Latin, and we had to translate it, and it was about Pompeii and what happened during the Pompeii thing. And I recently found a book from the guy who wrote all these letters, and it's like a collection of all his letters that he ever wrote. And these letters are actually based on like true stuff that he saw, which is really interesting. But I got the book with the letters being in English, of course. But I really want to read it again because it reminds me of Gina's and I's high school days. That book haven't come yet, you know. I had to like call Gina and I was like, hey, do you remember the author of these letters? And she was like, something the younger. And I was like, It was something the younger. She was very clever. She remembers stuff that happened 10 years ago. I don't. They will make for fine decorations until you feel like reading them. Yes. You have PostNord in Sweden too, right? They're so slow here. Yeah, we have PostNord. We have UPS as well. And Bring. I don't know, we have a shit ton of different things. Sherlock versus Dracula could go very wrong. It'll be very fun though. I only judge you a little bit. Yeah. Latin class was best class. Yeah. Oh, Pliny. Yeah, that's it. Pliny the Younger. Yeah. Never read him. What was I even doing 10 years ago? Yeah, I don't remember stuff. It's kind of funny because Gina and I, we have a friend from high school. We were like 3 people hanging out. Her name is Jess, or Jessie, whatever you want to call her. She remembers so much what I did in high school, right? And everything she remembers is like all the embarrassing shit I did in high school. Because she thought it was funny. So every time we meet up, she tells me about all these stuff that I did. And I don't even remember these things, you know. I'm just like, okay, that sounds like something I would do, so I probably did it. I don't know. I'm just trusting you on that one. But the thing is, she keep, you know, bringing it up all the time, so I don't like hanging out with her anymore. She's making me feel bad. She's making me feel ashamed of myself. Never happened? Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. When I think about high school, I think about like all the good stuff, not the embarrassing things. But I think my embarrassing stories is her good parts, because it made her feel good about herself, you know? If that makes sense. She's a cruel person, that's why her name is Jess or Jessie, you know? Because that's a cruel person name. She also talks about things that happened before I started your school, or people from your middle school. I always felt a bit alone. Yeah, she was always like, but she's a gossiper. She talks shit about everyone. And it's like, you know, if you want the whole world to know your secret, you just tell Jessie and everyone knows. She would be like, you know, oh, you know, and you tell her, don't tell anyone, please, don't tell anyone. And she's like, oh, of course not, of course not. Then she goes home and she just tells everyone. Like, you know, she can tell her postman, like, you know, people she has no connection to. And it's like, you know, why did you tell them? And she's like, I don't know. She just tells everyone. But she's pretty weird, Gina and I, we decided we no friends with her anymore. we kind of stopped answering her. I guess Gina, it makes us sound like we're the mean girls, but she started it. But she's just like, you know, I don't know, she takes so much energy, and I feel like she's so toxic. And it's like, you know, when I think about it, I don't have any good memories together with her. I just have good memories with Gina, and she just happened to be there, kind of thing. Ghosted? Yeah, kind of ghosted. You know, but you know, during holidays, I always say, you know, happy birthday and, you know, Merry Christmas and all those stuff. But I don't go out my way and try to make plans to meet up with her anymore, if that makes sense. Because it's also like every time I try to make plans to meet up with her, she always had an excuse why she couldn't, and she always canceled. And then she got mad when I canceled, when I couldn't do anything, and I'm like, but you cancel like 99% of the time. And I remember last time we canceled because we couldn't, both Gina and I, and we told her that, you know, it was her birthday party, so if she wants to do something else, she had to pick, like, you know, another date that works for her, and we will just work around it. And she just never talked to us again after that. Nice cute cat. Oh, thank you, Diamond. Thank you. His name is Titus. Sometimes I have to like hold my hand in front because he starts to lick his pee-pee, and I don't know how family friendly that is for YouTube. Friends, am I right? Yeah. Can't live with them. But we can't survive without them either, I guess. We try to make things work, but after years of her being, yeah. But it's like, you know, she legit has, she has a binder of like a calendar, and it's fully booked 2 years in advance. So it's really hard for us to like find a time when she's available, because she's never available. She's just a little shit like that. So, you know, it's easier for her to tell us a date when she can, but she never did. She never did. Then she complained that we never see each other. You guys don't like me anymore. We never hang out. I'm like, yeah, because you're busy, legit, all the time. But sometimes I think she has spies everywhere, because, you know, sometimes when because she lives in my hometown where my parents live, which is roughly 1 hour away from where I live now. So when I go to my parents, and even if I don't really walk around in the city, because this is a really, really small like village, even if I don't walk around in the centrum of the place, she still knows I've been there. Like, I get that text message like, I saw you today, and you're like, oh my god, and you get like creeped out. And she's like, yeah, I saw your car, or I'm guessing you're, saying hi to your parents or something. I'm like, yes. So I always get like paranoid every time I go to my hometown, because I always get a text message that where she knows I've been there. Maybe you two were the toxic ones all along. I think I think, because I've been feeling bad about it. I think that she can sense that Gina and I are a lot closer as friends than she is to us. And I think that makes her feel like she's left out from the group, because she will be like, the outsider one every time we hang out. Because Gina and I, we call each other every day. We talk about everything all the time. We have that connection and we see each other a lot. But this Jessie, we would see her and talk to her maybe like once a year or something, which means, we don't have that connection with her. So I feel like, maybe she felt outside of that. But at the same time, she chose that. Because, she could just have planned to hang out with us or planned to see us, But she decided to go shopping with her mom instead. And I remember one time, my mom saw her and her mom in the store, and my mom was like, oh my god, hi, and she was like waving at them and acknowledging them. But Jessie and Jessie's mom looked at my mom and just left. They legit looked at her and then just turned around and left. I don't understand. And my mom was like, okay, well, fuck you too. Because that's how my mom is. But like, that's kind of weird. But I don't know. And every time when we would hang out every year, she would only talk about how good of a friend she had at work, which kind of pissed me off a little bit. It was like, we finally hang out, we finally do something, and all she wanted to talk about was either how fucking dumb and stupid and, 0 IQ I had in high school. It was always, about me and what an idiot I was in high school. Or it was how amazing and good friends her co-worker were at her job. And I don't know how to feel about that, Talking about how dumb and shitty I am, plus adding, these people are amazing. They are my best friends. And I'm like, why are we together with you again? Like, what? Yeah, I don't get it. The disrespect, I take it back. Jess and her mom are toxic ones, yeah. Or how random a person that she knew from middle school was pregnant or something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. They're all weird. I'm not the most social person. I don't have many friends. I pick my friends very, very carefully. But I kind of picked her. Kinda. Or, she followed us in high school, so I was just like, I guess she's friends, question mark. then she hang around, and now she's not hanging around anymore, you know? I also always sent her a Christmas card every year, and she never told me thank you, you know? And she never sent one back. You know, I find it like weird. Like, if you get a handwritten Christmas card, which is very unusual these days, if you get one, do you not at least like write to the person and be like, oh my god, thank you for thinking about me, that's really sweet of you? No, she just ignored it, weirdly. So I stopped sending her letters. Yeah, I didn't send one this year. Neither did I. Oh my god, she will probably know too. Now I just feel bad. Speaking of Christmas cards, my mom sent me the Christmas card like the 2nd of December, and it still hasn't arrived yet, which I think is weird, because others who sent after mom has arrived. People who sent further away from where my mom lived has arrived. Isn't that super weird? Like, why is it like that? I think you would absolutely be expectant, yeah. I mean, I don't really expect people to be like, oh my god, thank you, you know, when I do something for them. But, like, you know, if you don't send a letter yourself and you get a Christmas letter, I personally would feel really, really bad being all like, oh shit, I didn't give them something, so I should at least say thank you, you know, and message them a thank you. But that's just me. That's just me. Yeah, Gina did she went above and beyond on her Christmas letter to me. It was a long, long love letter about how much she loves me. It was a lot of love. She even sent me stickers and tea and everything. It was so beautiful, so beautiful. Made me feel bad because I only sent a normal card that just said Merry Christmas wishes from Ophi and Val and Titus. I was like, I didn't do anything special. Oh. Because that would require me having friends. Oh, don't say that. I send Christmas letters to all my members if they want to. So all the members on my channel get a Christmas card. That, or they get a digital Christmas card, depending on what they feel like. But I think it's like, I don't know, I like making Christmas cards. It feels very special, you know? One should always love the queen. Yes, I'm easy to love. What can I say? People love me. By the way, Gina, do you have Christmas? Do you have your days off now? Was today your last day of work? Because technically today is my last day at work, but I've been sick all week. But I have all of December off, and I don't have work until the 2nd of January. Then I work the 2nd and the 3rd, and then I have the rest of the week off, and then I start working the week after that. Tomorrow is my last day. Ah, I see. My school's last day was today with all the students. They only worked to like 11 or something. Basically, the students came in, they did some Christmas carols and songs, and then they had some buns and cookies, and then they sent all the students home, and that was around 10, I think. And then the teachers had some coffee and cookies after the students went home, and so the teacher went home at like 11 or 12 today. But I've been sick. I haven't been able to do anything. I didn't get any cookies or anything. And my family Christmas dinner party is tomorrow, the 22nd. And it makes me really sad. Because I am too sick to go to my yearly family Christmas party. I bought a dress that costed $100, and I can't wear it, and it's super Christmassy, which means I can't wear it if it's not Christmas, and this was the only opportunity and time I was going to wear it, and it feels wasted. And I called my dad today and I cried, and my dad said, it's okay, my little pearl, there will be a Christmas next year, you can wear the dress next year. And I said, I might be fat next year, Dad, you don't know. And he said, it's fine, you will not be fat. So, you know, I was a little bit depressed today. Wear it and stream for us, but that would require me showing my body and, you know, myself. That would mean not being a VTuber, right? But I don't know, because, you know, on Christmas Eve I was going to not dress up, but going to have PJs all day. So I got myself and Val matching PJs. He's saying he don't want to wear them because he's a small penis, but I think I won't be able to fool him into wearing them anyway. But yeah, we will see. We will see. I'm a little bit upset about all this, to be honest. Kids were monsters today. The last bit though, if they weren't buff teens, I would physically throw them out. Oh no, why were they like that? Because they know it's the last day tomorrow? Get a smaller for the small penis. Well, the thing is, you know, he is very small. You know, he's so small that his size on clothes is either X small or small. So he is small. That's why he's small penis. So, you know, I can't get a smaller size because he is the smallest size. But it would be funny though, because I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't opened his package of PJs yet. It would be funny though, because when I was in the store and I looked at another PJ and it was like the size small, I was like, would he really fit into this? Because this looks very small. It looks like childish small, and I'm not dating a child, what I know. I don't think he's this small. And my mom was like, he's definitely that small. And I was like, no, Mom, don't say that. That's kind of wrong. And then, you know, and then I got this, but I didn't like unwrap it because it's like in like a package thing. But my mom was like very convincing. She was like, give him a small because your brother is a medium and he's not the size of your brother. Your brother is bigger. And I was like, yeah, my brother is bigger, you know. So I got him the small. It would be funny if, you know, we unwrap it on Christmas Eve when I convinced him to wear it. And I unwrap it and it turns out it's way too small. And he looks like, yeah, like an overgrown baby in it. That would be like really fun. I think it's because of the break, but also because they had movies, quizzes, and shows Ah, so it was like a fun day, I guess. Gave him baby clothes as a joke. I mean, considering the age we are and I give him baby clothes, I don't think he would, think I'm buying them because he's small. I think he would more be like, are you pregnant? Kind of questioning me. So, I can't buy him baby clothes without him freaking out I'm pregnant. Life is rough, Your mom kills me sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. She funny girl, my mom. Watch him just paint. Yeah. Would be kind of funny. I kind of wonder what he got me for a Christmas present. Many doesn't know this, but I really want to get engaged, right? I want to be a queen for real, I mean, I am a queen, but I want to be a queen who's married and have a king, I guess. Yeah, something like that. And I picked my peasant that I want to marry, right? And I told him, because on my birthday, he was like, what do you wish for? And I said, I only wish for one thing, and that's a ring. I want to get, engaged. And he said, Then my birthday came around, and I was like, if he doesn't want to buy me a ring, he probably buys me something else, right? Right? He didn't. He didn't get me anything at all. I turned 30 and I got nothing. And I was like, what the fuck, man? And he said, well, you didn't tell me what you wanted. And I said, yes, I did. I wanted a ring. And he said, well, that was a shitty wish. I was like, what the fuck? And he wondered, what do you want for Christmas? And I told him the same thing. I wonder if that means I will not get a present for Christmas. I'm a little bit nervous, Peasant, get me my ring. Yeah. Oh no, don't pressure him, that's no good. But I don't know what to say though. Because when we met 3 years ago. I asked him, I said, hey, my biggest dream is marriage and kids. And he said, nah fam, not for me, not yet. And I said, okay. So when? And he said, when you turn 30 and after, we can start talking about it. And I was like, hey. So when I turned 30 and he wondered what my wish was, it was to get married. Because we talked about it. I'm not pressuring anyone. I asked him the time frame and he gave me a time frame. That's how you work, you sneaky sneak. But yeah, we will see what happens though. Maybe it's just like, because he's the kind of person who don't take initiative in things. So I think it will have to be like me telling him, hey, yo man, we're doing this. Let's go to the jewelry at 5 today. And then I drag him to the jewelry, and then I just point at a ring and be like, I want this one, get it for me. And then he say, okay. And then he gets it for me. I don't think he will actually go out his way and get it. And I asked him multiple times this year. I asked him, are we going to get married? Are we going to be together forever and ever? And he always say yes. Always. I just think he's like a lazy boy, He just doesn't want to go and get a ring. Which I'm kind of thankful for, though, because he does not know what ring I want. So, maybe it's good, because then I can bring him and get him the exactly one I do want. One thing I don't understand, though, is, because, I really want to get married now. I've been Googling a lot on weddings. I get a lot of recommendations on wedding things, right? And there's every time I go to YouTube Shorts, is only like wedding thing related stuff. And everyone is talking about that you have to spend $10,000 on an engagement ring. Like, why? What's the purpose of that? And I know for a fact that my brother's wife ring, it costs roughly $6,000, I think, or $5,000, $6,000 or $5,000. The ring I want is like $100, maybe a little more, because I want it engraved. So say $130, maybe $150. But I just don't understand. Why does the ring have to be so expensive? Why do you want to wear something that expensive on you? What if it gets stuck somewhere? You know? Oh my god, I feel like my throat is not handling this very well. My throat is saying bye-bye. Rings, gowns, and wedding parties seems very overpriced. As long as you say it's for a wedding, everything is just a lot more expensive. Like, if you buy a normal cake and if you buy a wedding cake, the wedding cake is generally a lot more expensive, you know? But you know, you don't have to have a big wedding or like a big party. Or you can have it like me, a big ass family with everyone doing their part. So you don't have to pay that much. You know, we have everything you need in my family. You have the baker, you have the flower person. I even have uncles. I have 2 uncles who are priests that can, like, you know, do the stuffy stuff. One thing that I really want though, that I saw recently, they were like, you know, I think it was like a YouTube Shorts or a TikTok, I don't remember, but it was like a girl, she was like, oh, we didn't have like any kids in our family, so we didn't have anyone to be the flower girl. So she asked her 2 brothers to be flower men, and they had like a fanny pack, and they were like dancing to boogie woogie music and like throwing rose petals, you know, on the like a runway. They were like, oh yeah, you know, being all flashy about it. And I really like that. You know, it would be really funny if my both brothers wanted to do that. I'm pretty sure my big brother would be 100% in on it. My little brother is a little bit more hesitant. He's more like, he has an image to uphold, you know. I don't think he maybe would do it, but maybe. We will see. You were right. I'm sick, so not really. But I'm doing better. Do the stuffy stuff. Yes, the stuffy stuff. You know, when you've been blowing your nose a lot with a lot of like paper, and you just feel how dry you are around your nose because the paper been like raspberry towards your skin. That's me right now. Get better soon. Oh, thank you, Brianna. Hope you're doing better too, or better than me, I rather will say. But you know what? I'm doing good now. Yesterday, I wasn't conscious for like 20 hours of that day. I don't remember much. I was legit passed out. My boyfriend Val, he helped me eat and drink. Don't remember that either. I don't know if he spoon-fed me or what the situation was, but I just remember the nightmares I had. You know, because when you have a fever, you have these fever nightmares, and they are not fun. But on the other hand, it's 1:30 at night here, and I think actually I should go to sleep so that I don't make my sickness worse, so that I can recover fast. But this was fun. I'm glad we could do this again. I think I want to do these kind of streams the days between Christmas and New Year's, because I have holidays those days and I have legit nothing to do. So I think I'm going to do like productive working streams during all those days. Just to be like, let's get some books read before the end of the year kind of thing. Really so late? Yeah. It's midnight. Yeah. Time flies really, really fast. Not that I have anywhere to be tomorrow because, you know, I have vacation, but I just don't want to risk staying up too late feeling like this, because I really, really want to feel good. And I need to go to the store tomorrow to buy the last food stuff for Christmas. Because in Sweden we celebrate Christmas on 24th due to the Vikings and midnight blood and everything like that. Because, you know, the Christians came to Sweden and the Vikings were like, nah, we don't celebrate on the 25th and Jesus and shit. Because we had blood sacrifices and stuff. And the Christians were like, but please. And we were like, no. And then the Christians were like, okay, but if we put it on the same day as you, can we celebrate it together? And the Vikings were like, do whatever you want. And that's why it's on the 24th. Because they wanted to trick the Vikings into doing Christianity and stuff. Have you tried to eat anything today? Yeah. I had pasta bolognese today, and I also had porridge and 2 chai lattes and like 10 cups of tea. And I have been drinking like 4 liters of water and some Coca-Cola. And I also had some chocolate. To be fair, I had a lot of chocolate. I like these productive streams. Yeah, I like them too. I feel like they are very, very cozy, and I really like them. It's really fun. So I'm glad you like it too. It makes me happy. Yay! Then you can tell me more about how the Eddas are going and how you're enjoying them. And I will most likely have read Harry Potter by then, but maybe I'm on the next book, we will see. Or read something else. We will see. I would have gotten all the Sherlock Holmes books by then. We'll see about that. Anyway, thank you everyone who's been here today and everyone who, you know, being productive and everyone lurking and stuff. And I hope to see you all soon, and I hope that you have a wonderful night or day depending on your time zone. I will not give you goodbye kisses because, you know, your queen is sick and I don't want to give it to you. So, you know, social distancing, please. Yes. But good night, everyone, and much love to you all. And, you know, elbow hugs or whatever. Bye bye.